Hello, Handler Helpers, it's me, Monster Handler Tyson, coming to you with an extra special Quick Questions episode. Instead of answering questions sent in from the community, I will be occasionally doing a lore deep dive into a particular topic. For our first episode of Quick Questions Deep Dive, I will be exploring the relationship between the monster world and the human world, and the nature of dimensional travel, seeing how the new mythical might be raising a few eyebrows. Firstly, the Stablo-Mahu. The Stablo-Mahu. The Stablo-Mahuja. You know what? Firstly, the Stablo-Mahuja, or the World Tree, is what holds together the big blue bubble multiverse. The sap that seeps through the tree, which can harden to form amber, is what is ultimately responsible for the binding magic of the trees, and which ultimately allows interdimensional travel to be possible within the World Tree. Oftentimes, a tree or something resembling a tree is what calls back and resonates with the original tree. In a metaphysical sense, the separate worlds of the Stablo-Mahuja can be compared to cuttings of the main tree. There are dozens of dimensions within the World Tree, but those that share the strongest connections with the monster world are the prison dimension where the globes come from, the Thumpyverse, self-explanatory, the realm of Thingia, where Fling-a-Thing is set, Helmoth, where Power Core takes place, the home dimension of both Asveld and Caligan, where Dark Incursion and Forgon are based, Tubolopolis of the Wrecking Squad fame, and of course, the human world. Though the World Tree does allow interdimensional travel between the monster and human world, it is a bit more tricky. Or at least it was. You see, there's a metaphysical barrier called the seam that separates the monster world from the human world. It is both a geographical feature of the monster world and a weak point in the fabric between realities. The origin of why the seam only appears between the monster world and the human world is still unknown, as it contains aspects of our modern day physics that we just can't understand. This, for a while, made travel from the human world to the monster world virtually impossible for millions of years, until a man called Dr. Warden E. Spirit changed everything. So who is Dr. Warden E. Spirit? He was the first known human to make contact with the monster world, making him the first ever monster handler. Accomplished in the fields of physics, nature, and an avid music lover, Dr. Spirit discovered the existence of the monster world and the multiverse when tinkering with an invention that detected unknown radio frequencies. Obsessed with meeting the beings creating the beautiful songs Dr. Spirit was hearing, he created a device called the Separating Existence Widget, or the SO, that was able to open and close the seam that separates the monster world from the human world. However, when making his first jump to the monster world, Dr. Warden E. Spirit lost hold of the device between the rift, the blank nothingness between the dimensions. It is there where the device has been stuck, randomly opening and closing portals to the monster world all over the human world until it will inevitably lose power. Though the location and duration of portals are random, it was Monster Handler Matt who pinpointed somewhere in southwestern Ontario, Canada, was a hotspot for the majority of the portals, hence why the BBB HQ was founded here. Using a trusty tracker in our portal indicating teleporter helmets, or as we call them, pith helmets, we are able to track down portals where they randomly pop up, and it gives us a rough estimate of the duration of the portal's time being open. This allows us to safely explore the monster world with ease and continue our ongoing human-monster programs like the exchange program that we have in place right now. Okay, we get it, you're the best at ping pong. However, Dr. Spirit did not have this technology because he just had a regular pith hat, and we have yet to track down his exact known location in the monster world, only having his journal and recordings as evidence of his presence there.
Do you feel as though you've seen everything there is to see in our world on this earth? Of course not. And we are talking about an entirely new world, only recently uncovered. We can only imagine what's out there to discover. No possibility can be ruled out any longer. As many puzzles as our world holds, this system of islands does not just present new pieces, but a whole new puzzle entirely.
So how is able to manipulate the metaphysics of the seam without the So device? In my recent studies of the nature of Mythical Island and the dream space it resides in, I've theorized that the mythical monsters are able to perceive the rift itself when traveling to Mythical Island. They can actually literally see where the seam has been patched up by the So device when the mythicals are traveling through the rift. And so it is believed that has somehow tapped into the power of the So device and can use that power to pull interdimensional pranks.
This mythical is definitely way cooler and smarter than a certain monster handler who is forced to wear a hat because he's losing his... That does it!
I must remind you that this device will eventually lose power as it's been on for over 100 years already. But there is no need to fear because I'm actually working on a new device that will make interdimensional travel even easier. Though interdimensional travel is a complicated topic, so it might take me some time to figure out, though I do have reasons to believe that it has been done before, just not from this side. That is all for today, Handler Helpers, and comment below what lore you want me to deep dive into next. And as always, happy monstering!